Today, we'll be ranking the top 25 strongest characters in Demon Slayer. We'll begin with some of the most underrated characters in the show, and by the end of the video, we will rank some of the most controversial battles the Demon Slayer fandom has been arguing about for years. Are you Team Yomei or Team Akaza? Are you Team Rengoku or Team Gyutaro? Let's find out if by the end of the video, we can change your mind about some rankings. Number 25, Shinobu Kocho, the Insect Hashira. Shinobu is arguably the weakest Hashira among her generation, but even like that, she is not to be taken lightly. Despite not possessing the physical strength to cut off a demon's head, common to that of an average demon slayer, Shinobu uses her creativity, ingenuity, and other physical abilities to more than make up for it. Instead of the traditional method of decapitating a demon with a Nichiren sword to kill them, Shinobu opts to use a modified version of a katana that acts as a stinger to inject a powerful wisteria-based poison that is lethal to demons. In addition to her intellect, she is extremely fast and agile, allowing her to overpower demons very quickly. She is so fast that she can press that subscribe button in the blink of an eye. But okay, truth be told, you can also do that, right? Yeah, I know you can. But even stronger than Shinobu is her adoptive sister. Number 24, Kanao. Kanao is a master of flower breathing and by far among the most underrated characters in Demon Slayer. Her incredible physical strength attained through harsh training allows her to jump extremely high distances in the blink of an eye. But that was just proof of her incredible leg strength. How about her arm strength? She can swing her katana at subsonic speeds non-stop without ever getting tired. Pretty crazy, right? Combining all these with her incredible agility and pace makes an overpowered combination. During her battle with Doma, she was capable of reacting and fighting on par with the Upper Moon too. Doma noted that her body is similar to that of a spring, bouncing back from his attacks with her own high-speed attacks and movements, while also being capable of dodging multiple of his blood demon art attacks. In her final form, Kanao possesses extremely sharp eyesight, being able to accurately predict her opponent's next attack and movements by simply observing the subtle shifts of their muscles, joints, and the slight movements of their eyes. In this form, she perceives the world as if it were in slow motion, and thus this allows her to make effective counterattacks and stay ahead of her opponents. This was only 1 out of 5 insanely controversial rankings we've got in this video, and the next ones are even crazier. Also, if you stick till the end of the video, I'll share an interesting fact about Yomei versus Akaza that 99.9% of people did not know. And believe me, it's a game changer when ranking them. Number 23, Kabuto Nezuko. Nezuko has several unique traits that set her apart from all other demons. Most notably, Nezuko can continuously restore her power without consuming any human blood, like any other demon would need to. Instead, she recovers her strength through sleep alone. Nezuko has the ability to enter a berserk state where she becomes more demonic in appearance, transforming into an adult version of herself with vine-like tattoos that circle her body and a single horn protruding from the right side of her head. As a demon, Nezuko has immense strength and enhanced regenerative abilities that allow her to heal in the blink of an eye. Her blood demon art allows her to combust her blood into pink-colored flames at will. These flames have a special property which makes them only harmful to demons, while being completely harmless to humans and other objects. Number 22, Kaigaku. As a demon, Kaigaku is only the second known demon having access to breathing forms after Kokushibo. As a thunder-breathing user turned into an upper-ranked demon, Kaigaku possesses tremendous movement speed and reflexes due to the thunder-breathing swordsmanship style, placing a heavy emphasis on swiftness and bursts of speed. His breathing form, combined with his blood demon art, electrokinesis, allows him to generate and manipulate black-colored lightning and electricity from his flesh and blood. But even like that, Kaigaku is not stronger than our next character. Number 21, the Demon Eater himself, Genya. Even though Genya has no access to normal breathing styles, he kinda compensates for that with the use of his American breathing gun. This double-barreled shotgun contains bullets made of scarlet crimson iron sand and scarlet ore, the same materials used to forge the Nichiren blades the other demon slayers use to fight. Genya possesses unnaturally strong jaws and special digestive organs, which allow him to tear off and consume the flesh of demons without any adverse effects, and tear off even the likes of tree bark. By devouring demon flesh, Genya temporarily gains demonic characteristics, such as fangs, dark sclera, and unique yellow tips in his hair. Sometimes, presumably because of how concentrated a demon's blood is, Genya can gain attributes related to the demon he devours, like when he gained Kokushibo's eyes, hair, and a demon slayer mark, with his shotgun even gaining the appearance of the upper rank's katana. There are still 20 more incredibly strong characters left to cover, and the next one is Inosuke Hashibira. Inosuke is a very skilled and talented swordsman, as he was able to learn total concentration breathing on his own and develop his very own breathing style style known as beast breathing. Due to growing up with boars in the mountains, Inosuke adopted their habits and started incorporating it into his fighting styles. As a result, both his hand-to-hand combat style and swordsmanship style are very reminiscent of animals and beasts. Inosuke was able to resist and survive the effect of Upper Rank 6's poison to a certain extent, although it was considered incredibly deadly, which suggests that he may have complete immunity to some poisonous substances. And even more than that, Inosuke showcased the insane ability of rearranging his inner organs whenever he sees fit. Number 19, Zenitsu Agatsuma. Even though in his base form, Zenitsu is typically weak, he awakens when he is asleep. His nervous and easily scared nature is what normally keeps him from accessing his abilities, making him more calm and precise in combat while sleeping. In this state, Zenitsu moves in extremely high speeds, so much as to resemble lightning, and becoming many times stronger. Because of that, he was able to help Rengoku keep everyone in the Mugen Train alive. He was able to fight Daki and Gyutaro, and even in the final arc, he fought and defeated Kaigaku with the use of thunder-breathing 7th form. Number 18, Tengen Uzui, the Sound Hashira. Tengen is a very powerful and skilled fighter. He has displayed incredible physical feats of strength and speed, being the second physically strongest Hashira in the current generation behind Yomei. In terms of skill, he could match the combat proficiency of both Daki and Gyutaro, both upper-ranked demons that have fought and killed numerous Hashira in the past. Tengen can control the physiology of his muscles to a great extent, and combining with the fact that due to accumulating years of experience as both a ninja and demon slayer, Tengen has incredible judgment while in battle. This means that Tengen is almost the strongest character in Demon Slayer, and his strength is not to be taken lightly. On to our second controversial ranking. These next two rankings might be debatable, as in our opinion, these characters are very close to each other in terms of strength. At number 17, we have Rengoku Kyojuro, the Flame Hashira. Rengoku has some of the most impressively indomitable spirit in Demon Slayer, as proven by his battle with Akaza, even when the upper rank overwhelmed him with powerful attacks, giving Kyojuro some serious wounds. Rengoku remained steadfast and resolute. Even after he lost an eye and had internal wounds caused by Akaza, he still persisted, expressing his unwavering will and determination, saying that he will protect the lives of the other innocent people no matter what. Even though Akaza was not serious, Rengoku almost managed to kill Akaza, the Upper Moon 3. Number 16, Gyutaro, the Upper Moon 6. As the true Upper Rank 6, Gyutaro was an extremely powerful demon with over a century's worth of combat experience under his belt, having killed and devoured 15 Hashira in the past. His skill and his abilities were made evident when he was able to easily combat both Tengen Uzui and Tanjiro at the same time. It took all four of Tengen, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu in their full strength to behead him. Through his psychic connection with Daki, Gyutaro can sense everything around her as well, allowing them to coordinate their attacks. Like all demons, Gyutaro possessed the ability to manipulate his own flesh to a certain extent. He mainly uses this ability to shape his flesh into an extremely sharp kama, which he can control telekinetically. Gyutaro's regenerative powers were no joke as well. But wait, because that was not all of it. He possessed the ability to generate extremely lethal poison, which he used to coat his blood sickles. This poison was strong enough that it would almost instantly kill someone inflicted with it. Immense durability, immense speed and reflexes, immense strength, and unlimited stamina and endurance made Gyutaro a real powerhouse and a very dangerous opponent for every demon slayer to fight alone. Number 15, Gyoko, the Upper Moon 5. As the holder of the 5th highest position in the 12 Kizuki, Gyoko was an extremely powerful demon. His unique blood demon art and techniques allow him to easily outclass the average demons and give him the necessary edge to overwhelm and kill many Hashiras. Similarly to all demons, and especially Upper Moons, Gyoko had access to flesh manipulation and great regeneration. Gyoko's blood demon art revolved around his porcelain vases. He was able to spawn them anywhere within his vicinity and create multiple pots of various sizes at once. Gyoko could freely teleport between these pots, making it very difficult for demon slayers to fight him. If Gyoko hadn't underestimated Muichiro so that he could awaken his demon slayer mark, Gyoko could even kill Muichiro as well. Number 14, Mitsuri Kanroji, the Love Hashira. Mitsuri's abilities were put on display during the events of the Swordsmith Village arc, where she quickly subdued and defeated a group of demons created by Upper Rank 5 Gyoko. During her battle against Upper Rank 4, Mitsuri stopped suppressing her full strength, and by pushing herself further, she unconsciously awakened and obtained her Demon Slayer mark. Mitsuri has been noted to possess an extremely flexible body, allowing her to achieve a wide range of motion. She has incorporated her innate flexibility into her love-breathing techniques, successfully using it to outpace and counterattack Zohakuten's techniques without much trouble. During the final arc, she played an important role in fighting both both Nakime and later on, Muzan. Number 13, Nakime, the Upper Moon 4. Despite not displaying much in terms of fighting ability, as the holder of the 4th highest position in the 12 Kizuki, Nakime is nonetheless an extremely powerful demon. She was capable of using her blood demon art to counter the efforts of Obanai and Mitsuri at beheading her, and stall the two Hashira for most of their battle, with neither of the two being able to so much as scratch her. Nakime's blood demon art takes the form of an extra-dimensional space that houses a fortress of immense scale. As its owner, Nakime possesses absolute dominion over the space, being able to manipulate and alter it at will by simply strumming her biwa. In her fortress, there are countless rooms with seemingly endless variety, like an open room filled with giant pillars, where the fight against Kokushibo took place, or a small garden where the fight against Doma took place. The only reason she is not placed higher is due to the lack of highly destructive attacks that the rest of the characters in our list possess. On to our next debatable duo ranking. These two have power levels that are probably insanely close to each other. Number 12, Obanai Igoro, the Serpent Hashira. Despite being blind in one eye and having a relatively small physique, believe me, no demon wants to be facing off against this monster. Transparent World, Demon Slayer Mark, and Red Blade are only the tip of the iceberg for this demon slayer. Obanai was able to go up against Kibutsuji Muzan and remain alive for as much time as he had to in order to ensure the death of the Demon King, and all of that due to pure willpower and skill. Number 11, Muichiro Tokito, the Mist Hashira. Despite being only 14 years old, Muichiro excelled with his impressive strength and even more impressive potential. He was the first Hashira to defeat an Upper Moon on his own. So yeah, this kid is special. Similarly to Obanai, Muichiro has access to Transparent World, Demon Slayer Mark, and Bright Red Nichiren Blade. The reason we rank him above Obanai is due to his Sugikuni lineage, and due to the fact that Kokushibo was left amazed from his strength, as he was constantly praising him during their fight. Before we get into the top 10, you might have noticed that characters like Shinjiro, Urokodaki, Kane, Kamado, and Jigoro are missing. Due to the lack of info and no precise background knowledge we have on them, we decided to include only characters with confirmed feats instead. But feel free to give them a hypothetical rank in the comments down below. Number 10, Tomioka Giyu, the Water Hashira. Despite having no friends, Tomioka is for sure not to be taken easy. Having awakened both the Demon Slayer Mark and the Red Blade, Tomioka survived against both Akaza and Muzan. What really separates Giyu from the characters already mentioned in our list is his incredibly high perception and intelligence. He is calm, tactical, and always prepared during battle. He is without any doubt the smartest Hashira of this era. I mean, Inosuke is not a Hashira, so Giyu can have this title for himself. Number 9, Hantengu, the Upper Moon 4. Through his blood demon art, Hantengu was able to create 4 clones that were manifestations of his emotions, each of them possessing an upper-ranked demon's level of strength. Sekido, Aizetsu, Urogi, and Karaku. They were able to hold off and overwhelm the combined efforts of Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Genya, all of whom were powerful and seasoned demon slayers. With the 4 clones fused into one body, they formed Zohakuten. This form, once again, was capable of fending off all 3 demon slayers, as well as the love Hashira Mitsuri Kanroji. Hantengu possesses a body so durable that not even Genya's Nichiren Steel Shot could leave a dent on the body. Hantengu has a wide range of weapons in his arsenal, including, but not limited to, spear attacks, electricity, wooden dragon attacks, and even sound wave attacks. Now, the next rankings are by far the most discussed and debatable rankings in the entire Demon Slayer story. The next 4 characters are Sanemi, Gyomei, Akaza, and Doma. Many fans claim that no Hashira can defeat any member of the Upper Moon 3 on his own, as this was stated in the Demon Slayer manga. However, here to this fact I found. This is actually not true, but rather a misconception. You see, neither the manga nor the creator of the manga ever stated something like that. What was stated, however, was the fact that the Upper Moons are as strong as 3 Hashiras combined, meaning that yes, some Hashiras may even be stronger than some members of the Upper Moon 3. And with that out of our way, let's present what we feel is a right ranking of these 4 characters. Number 8, Sanemi, the Wind Hashira. Sanemi fought and survived against both Kokushibo and Kibutsuji Muzan. He has access to both the Demon Slayer Mark and the Bright Red Nichiren Blade. He is exceptionally fast, agile, but at the same time, physically strong as well. He, along with Gyomei, were the main reason that Kokushibo was brought into a corner in the first place. Furthermore, he has excellent mastery over his breathing form. And to top it all off, Sanemi's blood was revealed to be one of the rarest blood types, making it incredibly intoxicating and mouth-watering to demons, as seen during his fight with Kokushibo. But even like that, Sanemi would still be ranked lower than our next character. Number 7, the Upper Moon 3, Akaza. Even as a human child without martial arts training, Akaza could defeat and knock grown men unconscious on his own. At the age of 18, after learning the Soryu style from Keizo, he was capable of single-handedly annihilating 67 trained adult swordsmen with his bare fists. Akaza possesses an immense willpower and unbendable spirit. Despite being beheaded by Tanjiro's Nichiren sword, he refused to disintegrate and die, instead forcing his headless body to keep fighting. He pushed his regeneration to evolve, to the point where he could regrow his head, all because he simply refused to allow himself to lose. Plus, with over a century of combat experience and martial arts training under his belt, Akaza is able to fight effectively with foresight and tactical intelligence. Akaza possesses immense regeneration, physical strength, and durability, speed, and reflexes, and even a never-ending stamina and endurance. His blood demon art, on the other hand, is centered around martial arts, combining the manipulation of destructive shockwaves and the Soryu-style martial arts he mastered when he was a human. Number 6, Gyomei Himejima, the Stone Hashira. Unlike other Hashiras, Gyomei fights with the use of a Nichiren chained flail and an axe. He is undoubtedly the strongest Hashira of his generation, standing at 2.2 meters tall. This beast of a demon slayer excels for his incredible strength and persistence on the battlefield. Despite being blind, Gyomei has access to the transparent world, which more than makes up for it. Even before unlocking this power-up, with the help of his other senses, he would normally fight without any problems. Combining transparent world with his demon slayer mark and bright red weapon, Gyomei was able to 1v1 against Kokushibo for some time. Gyomei also uses a technique developed by him called repetitive action. This technique maximizes concentration in a similar way to total concentration breathing by remembering a painful memory. Gyomei is shown to use this extensively during his training, and presumably while in combat too. Number 5, Doma, the Upper Moon 2. Doma's combination of combat prowess and his potent cryokinetic blood demon art in battle is powerful enough to overwhelm and defeat Shinobu Kocho without any difficulty, and he is also noted to have defeated Kane Kocho, the late flower Hashira, in the past. Afterwards, Doma could take on both Inosuke and Kanao, who were on par with the Hashira, simultaneously without much effort either. Doma briefly displayed the ability to absorb human bodies through physical contact, shown when he completely broke down and assimilated Shinobu's body within only a few seconds of killing her. As an upper-ranked demon, Doma possesses one of the most advanced and powerful regenerative healing factors in existence. Number 4, Kokushibo, the Upper Moon 1. As the highest-ranking member of the 12 Kizuki, Kokushibo is an extraordinarily powerful demon. He has battled countless demon slayers and has amassed vast experience and knowledge over his near 500-year-long life. His abilities have been refined to the highest level, as he is not only a master of total concentration breathing, but is also a marked individual who has gained access to the transparent world, as well as the demon that possesses the highest concentration of Muzan's blood among the 12 Kizuki. His strength was said to be that overwhelming that even if both Doma and Akaza fought him together, Kokushibo would still win. Being the brother of Yoriichi, he learned from the best, so on top of his already broken abilities, his moon breathing is highly refined as well. It took all 4 of Gyomei, Sanemi, Muichiro, and Genya to stand a chance against him, and even like that, if he did not decide that he had had enough, he could still destroy them by moving on into his next form. Even though Kokushibo is a beast, the Demon King is of course stronger than him. At number 3, Muzan Kibutsuji. As the Demon King, the first and the progenitor of his kind, Muzan was the strongest demon in existence. Even after dissolving a drug that was supposed to weaken his powers and turn him back into a human, Muzan easily annihilated close to 100 demon slayers in a short period of time effortlessly. Having lived for over a millennia and gained further experience from the telepathic link with demons he controls, Muzan is extremely clever and tactical in battle. Muzan has displayed the ability to absorb, assimilate, and dissolve organic and inorganic objects. When in combat, he can adopt a more monstrous and battle-esque form, with a dark red scale-like mass covering most of his body. As the Demon King, Muzan possesses the fastest and most advanced regeneration out of all demons, recovering so fast that it seemed like the attacks phased through him and he was never injured in the first place. Muzan's blood demon art grants him powerful biokinetic abilities, most prominently the ability to manipulate his body at will and shapeshift instantly. Although all demons have the innate ability to manipulate their flesh, Muzan takes it to a new level, possessing the ability to change his appearance, flesh, and organs at an unparalleled level of speed and precision. And finally, let's move to the last controversial duo selection in our list. In number 2, we have Kamado Tanjiro, the new Demon King. Tanjiro is so strong as the Demon King that he has literally mastered each and every single power-up in Demon Slayer Mark, Bright Red Nichiren Blade, Transparent World, Selfless State, Blood Demon Art, and even Sun Breathing. It is unknown whether Demon King Tanjiro even has any real ways of being killed, as not even the sun, and by extension Sun Breathing as well, could kill him. Even though Tanjiro has all of the above powers and can also regenerate on top of that as well, we believe that the number 1 strongest character in the series would still manage to somehow rise above him in a 1v1 battle. battle. Number 1. Yoriichi Sugekuni, the Demon Slayer God. Yoriichi was so strong that people had to literally create a doll with 6 arms just to imitate the movement of his hands. He was the one who created the breathings from scratch. He was marked from birth and could use the transparent world as well. But wait, there's more! He was using the most powerful breathing form in existence, sun breathing, while also turning his blade bright red while fighting. On top of all that, he had access to selfless state as well. Even when faced against Muzan, the Demon King could only pray that Yoriichi could not catch him while he was trying to escape. Even as an old man, Yoriichi was still miles ahead of Kokushibo. Yoriichi is the true embodiment of the title, the strongest in your universe. Click on this video to see what would have happened if Kokushibo betrayed Muzan. Go on, click it!